Oh fuck yeah, rock and roll and horror go together like peanut butter and jelly, man.
This is only Sean Byrne's second film. He made the critically acclaimed The Loved Ones, and then we all had to sit around for 6 years twiddling our thumbs until we'd see what he'd follow it up with. Luckily, I think it was worth the wait.
The Devil's Candy follows a struggling painter who is possessed by some dark force that begins to interfere with himself and his family. At the same time, we follow a serial killer who appears to be driven by the same entity, and their paths eventually begin to cross.
And it is glorious!
They're a metalhead family, and the movie takes time to make sure that we care about them. It's fucking awesome to see an alternative lifestyle portrayed so maturely here. They're kicking back with Slayer get-ups, chains, they're all tattooed up. They're just really cool, laid-back people. In fact, the whole film just has a really chill aspect to it. The pacing is effortless. And the movie also has a kick-ass soundtrack paired with them. It's filled with a ton of rock and metal, which gives it its unique identity.
An alternative lifestyle and fashion sense needs to be in more films. It's perfectly portrayed here.
The film's atmosphere is hammered down. There's a layer of dread that blankets the narrative that slowly wraps tighter as it drags on. Hearing that ominous pagan chanting mixed with these dark, dirty visuals protrudes right into your living room.
You get the hell out!
Things get dark, and the film doesn't shy away from showcasing some real grisly violence. But in contrast to his previous film where it was filled with gratuitous violence, here it's pared back. It might not show these acts themselves, but it uses terrific editing to implant them in your mind while they'll fester past the credits. The film looks spectacular. I enjoyed just looking at the demented paintings the guy made. They're so well done.
That's disturbing.
Everything's baked in these deep shadows with stunning framing. It's the perfect look you want for a horror film.
This guy from Identity is probably one of those actors you've seen 100 times, but here he's one of the best things in the film. He's creepy as sin, and he does that shuddering thing with his eyes.
Daddy, chill.
Whenever he's around, there's so much nervous tension because he's so unhinged, and in the third act, I was on the edge of my seat uncomfortable, and a lot of that was to do with his performance. Everyone's great in this film. Sean Byrne has a real knack for allowing people to express themselves realistically. When people scream, it feels like a real human being in peril crying for their life, and it makes the climax incredibly intense. I do think the film may be a little too aimless for some. Like I said, it's surprisingly chill for a horror movie. It might be a short film, but it goes at its own pace, and you don't really learn a whole lot for long stretches. It's content to just let the characters be themselves, and this may likely frustrate some people.
You're watching one man's descent into madness and another on a killing spree, but exactly why this is happening is kept a complete mystery. In that regard, it's a bit underdeveloped.
As I've said, it's not a long movie either. Not counting the credits, it's only 72 minutes long, so it's not like it couldn't have spared a few minutes to flesh out its mysteries a bit more. On the plus side, it doesn't have any filler. It gets to the good stuff early and then keeps you in it until the credits roll by. And I don't normally care about credits, but when you have yours with satanic imagery and Metallica, yeah, I kept that shit running.
Fucking metal as fuck, dude!
Devil's Candy is an awesome horror movie. What it lacks in satisfying closure, it more than makes up for with a badass metal motif, eerie atmosphere, and fiery sequences of horror. Definitely check this one out.